Thanks.
Sorry, Mr. President, I thought we were going in the order of the priorities. One should not assume anything in this place.
Are you ready to go?
Yes, I can be. Thank you, Mr. President. I rise to support this bill. This bill seeks to reduce the incidence of suicide in our state and promote best practice suicide prevention in our policies across this state. Indeed, it's a momentous bill, and I certainly, Mr. President, congratulate you for your role in the important work in this area. This bill will ensure that there will be a suicide prevention council consisting of an MP who's not a minister, the Chief Public Health Officer, the Chief Psychiatrist, the Chief Executive of Wellbeing SA, the Commissioner for Aboriginal Engagement, the Commissioner for Children and Young People, the Commissioner for Aboriginal Children and Young People, and a Mental Health Commissioner appointed by the Minister, as well as up to 13 members with knowledge, skills and lived experience. Indeed, suicide touches far too many families and individuals in our state, and this is a wonderful way forward, a proactive measure that we can take to increase and support those who are either at risk or indeed have been harmed and bereaved. Mr. President, you have done much work in this area, and you know that in my personal life, unlike many in this state and indeed across this nation, have been touched by suicide. It's a scourge. It's something that is not inevitable, and it is certainly something that is quite preventable. The first step is, of course, to talk about suicide, and only decades ago people covered up suicide deaths. They were not reported on, they were not talked about, they were discussed as a source of shame. They should not be seen in that way, and certainly I hope that measures such as this piece of legislation that we have, which is quite groundbreaking, will go to not just removing that stigma and shame, but indeed to ending the number of suicides that we see. The bill, of course, honours that lived experience, and I very much welcome the thoughtful choice of the involvement of those with that lived experience, including multicultural and veterans and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander, as well as the LGBTIQ+ community. We know that some in our community are more likely to die by suicide than others. We know that there are supports out there, but we also know that people don't realise that when they're in those dark places, when they have those particular mental health pressures and needs. And given this pandemic, I've often said it is indeed the earthquake and the tsunami to come is that of mental health, and that was certainly the evidence of those working in SA Health to the COVID Oversight Committee just last week. We have a tsunami of mental health crises ahead of us beyond this pandemic. This pandemic has been hard enough, and these measures here, I do commend the government and again you, Mr. President, for this essential work. It's work that is cross-party, bipartisan supported. It is work that is well overdue, and it is work that is much welcomed here by the Greens, and we look forward to the passage of this legislation.
The Honourable